Walgreens didn't have anything I was looking for again. After these two, or this derelict, I'm gonna try to run across. Why? Because I can. Alright, so now, again, hopefully before this fucking semi gets up here, I can get across some out of his way. Because he was trying to turn. So please don't tell me that was rain. Because if that's going to be rain, I'm done. Wish there was chances for rain today, so, and I've gotten lucky so far. I still kind of wish that they would have kept the bathrooms unlocked. Yeah, no, it's locked right now, and we're already just about the middle of the week. So they probably most likely, shit, yeah, that's right, they got the garbage here. But yeah, now I'm kind of got the garbage here, and sorry I kind of just stopped I got another whip idea, but it's going to involve a good chunk of sweatshirt strings, 8 to be in total. You know, I'm just going to do single strings. You know, then I'm just eating up a little bit of strings, and that's okay. You know, I'm not using don't have to use paracord then, and I don't have to Then I'm back on my block again. Oh God, I'm making myself look and sound ghetto. It's Chris's mom and dad. I think that's them. I can go down the block and see. I think that's them. Because then I'll just end the video from there. There's my house, where the Kia is. Kinda wish I would have bought this house. Because then the camper could sit here 24/7, but then there's going to be a problem with it sitting out in the sidewalk because of an overhang above the garage. And as I said, I could talk about, talk to the city if I could extend the fence out so much and put, an apron in. See if I could extend the fence out into the city lot. Hey, that fucker was at Farland, or at Kennedy. He just made it further than I did, faster. And we're going the same way. And see if I can extend my fence, if I lived, because that red brick house is a friend of mine's mom and dad's. And if I bought that, I could see if I could extend the fence out and then put an apron in. There in front of the gate then, and then the camper could sit there 24/7, have a wide enough gate so that I can, so that Dad can move it over a little bit, so that we don't have to hit the fence at the door. I tried and see if I could have somebody come out and run an electrician obviously, and run a 30 amp service from the breaker, the breaker box in the basement to the, and then, obviously run a 30 amp, put a 30 amp breaker in the panel, then run the wiring from there. He has Chris's mom and dad because the key is on the road. And have them run the wiring from the breaker panel in the basement through the ceiling, just to double check and make sure. Yep, that was them. Camper's gone. So I'm gonna just turn around in the Wells Fargo parking lot here and drop down on the corner and come back. But like I keep saying, have the electrician run put a 30 amp breaker in the box in the basement, run the wiring from there, obviously be a thicker to like a 10 gauge cord or wire, and then run it outside you know, to the exterior wall, and then put a break off or a shut off there, you know, another 30 amp breaker, and then do an electrical box like at Bay Shore at, you know, right at the camper with a 30 amp breaker there, you know, and then maybe a 110 outlet too, and we're just running off the $30 amp service. I don't know, because then I can, because then if anything, I can run, you know, 110 power from there to, you know, wherever in the yard.